Hi, Davo. How you going, man?
Good, mate. Another week 3 of bloody
Week 3
NFL.
coming up. Yeah. Week 2 in the books. And a little bit more disgusting football.
Yeah, yeah, a bit uninspiring as fans, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I swear it was never this bad in the past. Probably was. I'm going the wrong way. What am I doing? I'm
Yep.
trying to get you back in the...
Yeah, there
There
you
we go.
go.
Maybe if people didn't ring us while we were starting the podcast, it wouldn't be such a big issue, would it?
Yeah, we won't mention any names, Kenny.
Sorry, Kenneth. Actually, first thing we might talk about, this will make Kenneth happy. As I put up on chat the other day, the horse is in at Randwick on Saturday. Race 2, number 5. Currently, I think we're sitting about... I haven't looked at it this Arby, actually, but last time I looked at it was $3.20 in the race.
Yeah,
Second favourite.
I haven't had a look either, so.
James McDonald engaged, and if she can get a win, she will almost certainly gain a Kosciuszko slot. Apparently the big fella's having a bit of trouble sleeping, he told me.
Is he? Oh,
Yeah, he's a bit too excited. I think I said, mate, you're fucking peaking early. Said the race isn't until Saturday.
Yep.
But I get it, man. It was pretty exciting to get an email come through from the ATC to offer me members tickets this week. So
Yeah, right. Well, that's it, eh?
it might be something I never see again. So
That's it, mate. So is this the first city runner you've had, or?
first city runner, definitely, yeah. I don't. No, they didn't have one. No, all their other ones just raced in like Mackay, Cairns, Townsville, and Rocky. So
Oh, that's it, eh? Fair enough.
So yeah, said you don't get much bigger than running at Randwick. Probably only thing that might be big is start at Flemington. That's probably
Yeah.
everyone's
Melbourne Cup
dream.
Carnival race or something.
Carnival race or something like that. But yeah. Anyway, fingers crossed that goes well.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably more
Exciting,
exciting
mate.
than my fucking fantasy team right now. Anyway, so yeah,
Yeah, well, that's it, mate. That's it.
yeah.
I mean, hey, you got plenty of other teams that you can sort of.
I got no problems with the other teams. It's only this one.
And this is supposed to be the most fun, isn't it?
Well, it hasn't been. I like some of the other teams are struggling, but it's because I designed it to go that way.
Yeah, well, definitely.
I'm not designing this thing to struggle. It's just a piece of shit. So, we'll go over last week's fantasy results.
Yep.
Which means I get to play around with the screen here. So we'll drop him out, we'll bring him in, and we'll bring this one in. Hello again.
Yeah, look at us.
What am I on
Mate,
here?
I wish we could actually shrink that in real life.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
Just like that. All right. This wasn't made the game of the week, but in my opinion, it was a far better game of the week than what the system decided was the game of the week. So, this was Jakey and Joey.
Yeah, that was an interesting
Last
game
week
to watch.
was pretty
actually.
close
Keeping an eye on it.
Oh, Jared. That's an whole other little story in itself.
Yeah, it is. A poor moment. You can't take it.
I can't. How many points do you end up losing? Losing the the win from?
What was it? 12.
Where is he?
Joey finished at 22 and he was 10 or something, I think.
Yeah, well, I think 12 points. So by the same token, Jesse Bates had the interception at the end of the game.
Yep.
Which is 14 points. So, yep. Anyway, about this game, both teams scored pretty well, especially for the way scoring's been this season.
Yeah, very
yeah, I think if you're getting into the mid 400s at this point, you're actually doing pretty well because it really does seem like a struggle at the moment, and that's even with Joey kind of shooting himself in the foot with Evan Ingram in the lineup. Got injured in the pre-game warm-up. Did a hammy.
Righto.
So I think he got pulled out probably around 2-ish our time. maybe a little bit later. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Whether he'd have won otherwise, I don't know. Can't feel too bad for him. He did get nearly 80 points out of, or 70 points out of Aiden Hutchinson. So, it looked like every time Baker dropped back, Hutchinson was on his back. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. If you can get them, that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
There's another duck egg for him.
Couple of big scores there. Look at Joey's couple of massive scores there on his defence between Aiden Hutchinson and Jesse Bates.
Bates there, yep.
There's 120 points there. So, yep, you get those sort of points out of a couple of players. It's not hard for your team to do well for a week. So,
no, well, that's it, mate. We'd love that.
I'd love that right now. Yeah. Jakey was pretty good right across the board, actually. Probably gives a bit of credence to why a lot of people picked him to win the title. Just good solid depth across the board, good solid scoring, without anyone really blowing up. Fred Warner probably had a biggish week, but
that's it. Consistent scoring, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
When you look at it all.
Congrats to Joe. Congrats to Jake, and congrats to Joey for
the win.
The bonus win. What do we got here? Robbie up against Kenneth. Big win for Kenneth. His all-star safety lineup actually come to play this week.
Yeah, that they did.
And in fact, his whole fucking defense did. Look at it. Outside of Rashawn Gary, who put up a fucking duck egg, which you don't mind, and Nate Hobbs, nearly everyone else has scored at least in the mid-20s, most of them in the 30s.
That's it.
Take that every week. Hey, he's probably peering into the future, though. He's starting to run out of troops on offense. It's starting to look a bit ugly. He's got
I know that bloody
couple of important pieces sitting there on IR now. So, and for Robbie, his quarterback's giving him good points again. Alvin Kamara had a fucking enormous game against the Cowboys. Probably just throws out there. I've always got questions about the Cowboys and how good they are and how good they think they are.
How good they claim they are.
God, New Orleans just destroyed them.
They did. That's one of the surprise packets of the comp so far.
The Cowboys shut out the Browns in the first week, but I mean seriously, we're talking about Deshaun here.
Yeah,
he hasn't done anything for fucking
major.
5 years now. I don't know. I don't know how good the Cowboys are. But regarding this,
not great anyway.
No, regarding this, good solid win for Kenneth. Once again, hit that. What he hit, nearly 460. That's going to win most weeks, even when hopefully everyone starts to score. I hope. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen.
Mate, if you get 460 every week, you're
going to win more. You're going to win more than you lose. So.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And Robbie nearly cracked 400. I said I'd be happy to get to 400 personally. Feels like a bridge pretty hard to cross right now. But
it was only a couple of years ago we were actually saying 400's a benchmark for buddy.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different scoring system though. So.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, 500's very possible under this scoring system, as we're about to find out.
We are.
Oh, fuck me dead. Anyway, congrats to Kenneth, and bad luck, Robbie. Not far off the bonus win, but not quite, mate. This game.
What do you say?
I got nothing. I got nothing to say, man. We both fucking stunk.
Yep.
The Jalen Phillips decision Thursday night.
Yep.
Definitely come back to bite me in the ass pretty hard. It was either him, Harold Landry. I think Harold Landry was the guy I was leaning to.
Mm.
And he only scored about 40, I think. So, 38 or 37 or something like that without looking it up.
Yeah, it to him.
That one stung, and I must admit I was pretty close to putting Nick Cross in. I just didn't know who I was going to drop. I was willing to give CJ Gardner-Johnson one more week, and he's had his week, and now he's going to taste the pine for a while.
That's it, mate. That's it.
They were probably the two that I was pissed off with. I was really pissed off with the Landry one. They wound back Phillips' snaps from nearly 70% of the load week 1 to about 50% last week. So, yeah, it's obviously injury management. But one good thing from my perspective was Maserati Marv actually got out the driveway this week. The Maserati was running. It only ran for a quarter though.
That's it. I thought he was actually going to.
It was one quarter. Yeah, one quarter. I would have liked another couple of big plays there, but just wasn't to be, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, that's it.
And I think we're both probably everyone's probably suffering for some pretty terrible quarterback play right now. So, which seems to be reflecting.
JSN does a bit more than what he did this week.
JSN?
Yeah.
He scored nearly 40, man.
Yeah, I know. That's it.
Oh,
that's it.
You said do a bit more or more of that?
More of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, this is going to bring me back to a bit of a Bears thing here. It's amazing what happens when Shane Waldron fucks off out of Seattle. All of a sudden, Jackson Smith and Jigba exists. And I'm starting to question whether he is actually even a halfway decent offensive coordinator, to be honest. Seems a little bit clueless at times. Anyway, congrats, Davo. I don't think either of us deserve to win, but
someone had doing it.
Someone's got to win it. So, here we go. Bears up against the Saints. Matty up against Spirit. Matty had a great week 1, and far out did the arse fall out of it in week 2. Not even close. No. Spirit, well-deserved win. No. 2 wins.
Buckner didn't.
Buckner, how long's he out for?
I don't know, mate. I'm not too sure on that one. Haven't seen.
He went to IR, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe he might.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, so he's at least 4 weeks. So, I'll tell you, Malik Neighbours, he had one really bad drop, and it probably cost the Giants the win. But he looked really good last week. Now, whether that's because they were playing the Commanders, I don't know. But yeah, well, he's definitely got the upside. And Max is Max. Far out, man.
Yeah, Max.
Yeah.
I got Max in.
Yeah, I got him a couple of leagues. Yeah. He's fun to have.
And it was like, yeah, I'm picking you. That was it. Straight up. I think that was in
one of the
Kingdom or something.
Oh, okay. No. Yep. Anyway, yeah, congrats, Spirit. I said, Matty, I'm sure you'll bounce back this week with a little bit better performance. So those low 300 scores are a real fucking swift kick to the nuts. They know how to make you. They know how to make you feel pretty shithouse, I tell you.
Oh, here we go.
First 500 pointer for the week. The Packers up against for the season. I mean, Packers up against the Dolphins. Jared, sadly for him, was never in it.
No.
Paddy's team fucking scored everywhere, pretty much. I remember having a little conversation with someone leading into the season about Devin Aitchen. Actually, it might have been Matt, because I think Matt had him on his roster from last year, did he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And I asked him if he actually... Yeah, well, I actually asked him if he thought about keeping him at all. Because I remember looking at him thinking, I'd nearly keep him. Because I just thought he might get the usage this year. I'm scared now with Tua going out and Skylar Thompson coming in. I think that's going to hurt him. But so far, he's had 2 fucking enormous games. Look what he's catching, man. Look at that. Like 7 catches. Sadly, that's not going. I don't think that's going to be there with Skylar Thompson. But yeah, he's scary. They're lining him up all over the place too. So But yeah, Paddy's team's got the potential to explode on any given week. It will be very interesting to see how the Miami side of things goes for him now, with Skylar Thompson in there and not Tua.
Mm-hmm.
And that's at least going to be, I reckon, for the next 5 to 6 weeks, at least. So.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? Let's see. You can only see how it goes. And
Well, Tua said he's not retiring. He said he's bluntly said I'm not retiring. So.
Okay.
So basically now it's up to the Neuros to say when.
Yay or nay?
No, when he's ready to roll. Yeah, and I mean the Dolphins are paying him a squillion, so obviously they'll have his health somewhat at mind, but trust me, they'll want him back on the field as quick as they can get him back on the field.
Of course they will.
It probably sounds a bit shit ass to say it, but yeah, Paddy barely didn't not score. Alex Anzalone, I think, got injured.
Yep.
And yeah, he didn't have anyone else under double points, single figures.
The bloody Giants punter would kick a bit more, wouldn't you?
Well, the kicker got hurt.
Oh, righto.
They were in field goal position to win the game. Oh, well, to line up to have a shot to win the game. And Jamie Gillan was the only kicker they had left because Graham Gano got hurt. Didn't you see that?
No, I didn't actually.
No, they were in range and they ended up going for it on 4th down rather than try a field goal.
Yeah, righto. Fair enough.
Yeah, the Giants probably should have won the game. So, I think that's the end of the last game.
Back and have a look.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I think they would have had a shot at probably 2 or 3 decent field goals.
Yeah, righto. Fair enough.
Yeah. What do you want to go over now, mate?
I don't know, mate. We can go over the bloody games of this week, if you want.
Your game that you've picked out?
Yeah, why not?
All right, hang on. We'll move the monitor around again. Go to there. All right. This week's game. Now, strangely enough, I have a feeling I know which game you've picked out.
Yeah, I've actually gone the Colts and the Bears. I'm not saying it's a great game to watch, but as both of us have a vested interest in it, I just sort of have a look at a few things.
Yep. I'll let you roll, mate.
Well, as we know, both QBs are struggling. AR's thrown 4 picks, 3 in the last game, which looked ugly. Williams threw for 2, but as you say, he's getting a lot of pressures and stuff like that. Mate, we can only hope that they start to click sooner or later, innit? And
well, look, as far as Caleb goes, I'm not worried at all.
No, well, that's it. I'm not worried.
He can't, like, I've mentioned to you before, he's getting the ball in and out in around 2.5 seconds, which is top 10 in the league easily. If your quarterback's getting the ball out that quick and you're still getting destroyed, he had 36 pressures on Monday. 36 pressures in one fucking game.
Was it 8 sacks or something?
Oh, I don't know, man. He had no chance. He really didn't. There was some of the stuff I saw with Darnell Wright was the worst one. He actually looked alright to me up until this week, but he was bad. He was really bad. Tevin Jenkins has continued to look fucking horrible, and Nate Davis looks like he should be sitting on a street corner somewhere, maybe. And the center's even worse. So Braxton Jones sort of looks like the only decent fucking lineman we got at the moment. So.
Yeah, well, that's it. Another couple of things. The Colts can't stop the run, so. And as you said,
Bears can't run the ball, so something's going to happen.
We might have a good game there.
Hello.
I can see Blackman and Downs will be back for the Colts. So
is Blackman definitely back?
Well, he was a full participant in practice.
Oh, yeah, right.
So I was looking at that.
Okay.
So hopefully, yes.
Yeah, okay. But Buckner's out.
We've lost Buckner, yeah.
That's a big loss.
Oh, definitely.
He would have destroyed the interior of our line. And because they can't block anything.
Well, that's it.
And that's a massive loss for you guys. It really is.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. He's the rock in the centre of the line there. So, I noticed a stat that we had picked up on. We're tied for 18.5 points per game.
What? Both
So
teams.
both teams are tied.
Well, average
And
18 and a half.
Yep. And we're 18th and 19th respectively. So we're halfway in the pack. So we're not scoring well, but
Where's this one at?
Coltsfield,
Is it in
Lucas Oil Stadium.
Yeah. I didn't give us much hope at all of winning Monday. And the fact that we went down by 6 with the way everything went, our D is playing out of its fucking skin right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely,
I've seen
the back end of the team is really good. And if Daryl Taylor, DeMarcus Walker with Montez Sweat can create pressure, and Javon Dexter's started to come along. Andrew Billings is playing fucking amazing. He's been near unblockable. That if you can speed up Anthony Richardson's clock, it's a problem for him.
Yeah, that's it. Well, basically, I'm saying he's a rookie still, so he's
playing like one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
He's going to have to start running the ball, I think.
Well, that's it. He hasn't done that much at all.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow, those first 2 weeks, I was looking at him going, take off, man, take off.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Taylor looks like he's got a bit of zip back, maybe.
Yeah, well, he didn't have a bad game on.
No, he looked alright against the Packers. It was probably the one thing that didn't completely suck.
No, it didn't stink. No.
I
think he ran for 100
did you say Josh Downs is back?
He's a full participant in practice, so hopefully, yes. He was close last week, so I dare say he will be this week.
Yeah.
Because they were touting him as playing last week.
Yeah, Keenan didn't practice again today for us, so.
Yeah, righto.
Not sure. Said they'll be as cautious as possible. It's not like he needs the doesn't really need the training, I guess. Bit of cohesion with Caleb would be nice, but he's a 14-year vet or whatever it is.
Well, that's it. I mean, he's been around a while, so he knows what he's doing. And
just got to get open.
So yeah, I'm no surprise here. I'm picking the Colts in a close game.
No idea.
Yeah, we've actually got our stats are pretty close.
Right.
Like the sacks, Years have got 6 sacks on defense. We've got 4.
Yep.
AR's thrown 4 picks. Caleb's thrown the 2. 3 come in the last week. So,
yep.
And your defense, Years have got 2 takeaways, whereas the Colts have none so far. So you know, and that could be a problem with him throwing the ball. And
we just missed our guest.
Yeah, I was waiting for it to
walk through.
Waiting for it to scoot round and be silly buggers again.
Grandma's here, so she's probably just gone up to play something.
Herself.
Yeah, mate. Obviously I'll go for the Bears, but
that's it.
I don't know.
You got no confidence in either way, is it?
No, I haven't, mate. Not until the line actually picks up their act and plays some competent football. So, and I think that only happens when Shane Waldron pulls his head out of his arse and realise shotgun's not the only formation that exists in football.
No, well, definitely
I'm sick to death of watching that shit.
Mm.
Line up in the I formation. Get up under centre. Do something.
Yeah, get up under centre and tickle his bum.
No one's going to take any play action for real out of shotgun.
No.
So, until you're going to run a proper NFL offense, so you're going to get what you get. So
how long was he in Seattle for?
A couple of years, I think.
Yeah, right.
But I think he tied back into. It was one of the trees. It was either Shanahan or McVay. I actually think it's McVay.
Right, fair enough.
But just because they had anything to do with them doesn't mean they got a clue. So I'm starting to wonder if he does. So.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Something. Yeah, you go.
No, that's it. We can only sit back and watch on Monday morning and.
Yeah. Well, it's up first up. So one of us will be in a shit mood on Monday, and the other one won't be. So.
Well, yeah, that's it.
All right. So something I was looking at before.
Yep.
I'll switch back to the monitor now. Not that one. I'm not ready for that one yet. So I decided I'll blow this up a little bit more. Does that look like it'd be? Surely that's readable for people. I'd say so. By the time it hit the screen, up on a screen, it will be. So, what I did, I just wanted to have a look back over the last couple of years, in the first couple of weeks, just to see how points sort of lined up at each position. Particularly offense, because I think that's where things are struggling the most right now.
Definitely.
So that one's 2024. So your top quarterback's Baker Mayfield. Fucking who
Wow.
would pick that?
Who would have thought that?
Kyler, I could have seen possibly being up in that area. Lamar Jackson definitely. Derek Carr, no chance. Josh Allen, yes. Jalen Hurts, yes. Jaden Daniels, I would have given a chance to. Geno Smith, yeah, I thought he possibly had an improved situation this year. CJ Stroud, probably yes. And Sam Darnold, no fucking chance in hell.
No.
So, but by the same token, we're talking about 47 points to 66 points. That's in the top 10. Last year, so over the same first 2 weeks, you had Kirk Cousins, Jordan Love, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Tua Tagovailoa, Jared Goff, Mac Jones. Mac Jones, are you serious? Baker Mayfield's poking his head in there again, and Jalen Hurts. Definitely a more predictable top 10, I think, than what this year's is. Outside of a couple of names that are there. But the point spread is still very similar to what this year was. And I do remember having a very similar conversation last year about how shit the quarterback play was.
Yep. Well, just going back on that, last year was 47 in the 10th position. Like, you're looking at that now.
It's
47 in the 50th.
So we got 50 points there at 10th and 47 81. I mean, that's fucking two parts of fuck all.
Yeah, well, definitely.
2022.
Wow.
It's a big difference.
That's huge.
Now, if you look at number 11, it's very close to what number 10 is. But if you have a look at what number 10 is there, 61 points is nearly big enough to be the leader right now.
Just about. That'd be about third or something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's in the top few anyway.
Yeah.
And 88 points in first place. 88. And then you got Josh Allen. Yeah, but you got Jackson, Allen, Tua, Patrick Mahomes, Carson Wentz you wouldn't have picked, Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, Kyler Murray, Flacco, and Jared Goff. All outside of one or two names there. They're very, very predictable names.
Yep.
This is probably the bigger issue with what's happening this season. Is not only our quarterbacks struggling, but the ones that you actually really expect to be rolling or doing decently aren't doing all that great.
No, well, that's it. You look at Trevor Lawrence there at 15th.
Yep.
With 34 points. I mean,
down here.
Yeah.
Everyone's favourite.
Yeah.
Everyone's favourite wanker.
Well, that's, yes.
I'll have a look at running backs. I'm pretty sure this was... Alvin Kamara's is going to be a bit of a outlier. How many did he score last week? Was it four or five touchdowns? I don't know what it was.
4, I think.
I don't know. Every time I looked up, he was in the end zone. So I didn't think there was massive differences. Obviously, there is definitely a rise in scoring from running backs this year compared to last year when you look like true to there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. No, there is and I wonder whether this might be where the touchdown passes have started to disappear too. Where the running backs are starting to rush touchdowns a bit more regularly. And if we go back, running backs were still... They were pretty damn good. Oh, hang on. That wasn't running backs. That was quarterbacks. Forgot to change that one. Yeah. This was back when running backs were actually starting to be obsolete.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it?
It's almost like they're starting to make a return. Yeah. There definitely is some evidence there to say that running backs are definitely being used more now. And it's probably got more to do with the goal line stuff than anything else. So
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? Why throw in the end zone when you're 2
Well,
and 3
there's
yards
no,
out? When you
there's not as much risk.
no, definitely.
And here's something else I believe has dropped off. Wide receiver. So your 10th spot sitting on 54.5 points. Top spot 70 points, so there's not a lot of differential there. Really, it's 15. You're talking about 15 points, 16 points differential.
Well, that's it. I'm looking at bloody Alec Pierce there in the fifth or so position.
That's laughable to start with, isn't
I
it?
would not have thought that.
Well, I mean, anyone that's got him, I'm guarantee you they haven't started him, and you're likely never going to start him.
No, definitely, mate. You wouldn't.
So, go back just to last year. So Tyreek's got 85 points. That's already 15-point improvement over the leader so far this season. Obviously had a massive game week 1. But you got basically 80 points there. I mean, that's still leading all the way back to here. Still leading this year.
Definitely.
What do we got? 56.6. So the top 10, the 10th spot's not that much different.
It's just those
have a go at this.
Those standout guys that are really
Have a go at that.
holy dooly.
So you get back to 7th spot on this one before you get to the leader from this year.
Yep.
And the 10th spot's not that much different, really. It's only about 4 points or something. So.
Chase actually doing something back
just yeah, tell me about it. I don't know if it's him or Burrow. I can't keep my eyes open long enough to watch the game to find out what the problem is. I tried to watch it last night and fell asleep with it on my head.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah, but it's interesting anyway. I don't know what the reason is. I saw Brett Coleman, who does the Brett. I think it was Brett. I don't think it was EJ. Brett and EJ do the bootleg podcast. I don't mind watching some of their stuff. And I saw Brett say something along the lines of very few teams are running any type of man coverage, and particularly down in the red zone. There's a lot of cover 3s, cover 4s. Yeah. And he thinks that seems to be what the problem is. Teams just don't seem to be able to dissect the zone coverage in the red zone, in particular in the red zone anyway. And it seems to be it's had an effect on the Dolphins. I think Tua definitely hasn't been as effective so far, and most teams have just played too high shell against them. Basically, let everyone else beat them. Yeah. See if it changes.
That's interesting, eh?
Yeah.
The scoring rate dropped over the last couple of years like that.
It wasn't bad considering I put this together in about 20 minutes. So
well, that's it.
I didn't have much time to be able to put something together, but I just quickly scrambled through that, and without looking at it, tight ends were actually quite similar to where they are. So not much has changed there.
Fair enough, mate. That's him.
All right, let's talk. Oh, you got any bets?
No, I haven't even had a look this time.
Yeah, all right.
Mine's nice.
I got one.
I suck at betting, so like.
I got one for you. She's exotic, mate.
Yeah, well, that'll be it.
Get on.
Throw a bit on.
All right, this week's games. Game of the week. The champs against the runners-up.
That's it.
The Titan Bowl.
4-0 Saints for 3-1 Buffalo.
Yep. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to actually write down what your historical records are. Any chance you'd have a clue off the top of your head?
No, mate. I haven't really had a bit of a look.
You won the one that matters anyway.
That's it, mate.
Yeah. So.
I think you might have beat me twice if we played each other twice, or we played each other once, don't we?
Potentially twice. Depends on where he's matched up. Yeah.
I got a funny feeling it might be 1-1.
Yep. So, Fantasy Sharks is putting you down as a slight favourite, but they've also given Miles Garrett a 0. I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
the Terry Arnold one I can deal with, but I don't get the Miles Garrett thing. That one's a little dumbfounding. I'd be happy to call this game a wash, as far as they're concerned, because unless like Garrett's, I don't even think he's on the injury report. Oh, he is. He's questionable. He missed Wednesday's practice, so mind you, he was questionable leading into last week, and by the weekend he'd lost his injury designation. So,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
Thoughts, mate?
No, that's it. I'm happy with my team, mate. 3-1. If we scored a bit more, it could have been 4-0. But I was like that last year too.
You were 4-0.
I went downhill real quick.
Yeah, no, you were 4-0 last year.
So all I'm hoping is just to continue a bit of consistency with it this time. And it should be right.
Yep. Tipping yourself?
Why not, mate? Why not? They reckon I'm favourite there, so I'll take myself.
Well, I'll take Spirit, mate. He's undefeated, and every week he's going to be hard to beat. He's got a pretty good team there.
Definitely, mate.
Yep. J.K. Dobbins, actually, I'll give a little shout out to J.K. He's bounced back well from injury. He's had, I think, 2, maybe 3 years of really bad fucking injuries, and so far he's looked pretty good.
Yeah, he has. Found a fountain of youth there somewhere and had a dive in it.
Yeah. Anyway, good luck to you both.
Yeah, that's it, mate. We can only do that, innit?
Yep.
That's all it is, luck.
Yeah, 100%. No, what the hell's going on here, man? Sam Darnold fall over into a trash can or something, and are they for real?
Yeah. What are they doing?
What? Because he's got a logs a limited practice. Like we're throwing up zeros for anyway. Yeah. All right, Packers up against the Steamrollers. Touched on Kenneth's team a little bit before. He is really starting to struggle with injuries right now.
Yep.
To a point where we might even see Mr. Daniel Jones back in the starting lineup. Who are they playing? I don't even know who they're playing. But it's such a scary. Someone had Malik Neighbours up here. This will tell me. The Browns, yuck. That's a bad defense. Nah, yeah, you couldn't start Daniel. God, that's a bad matchup. Yeah, could. Probably will too. Mate, how do you bet against Paddy's team at the moment? I read out last week.
Yeah, definitely I can't. I'll be taking Paddy, I think.
Well, I think Kenneth's team's too dinged up at this point. His defense is playing really well, and that looked like the weak spot of his team coming into the season. The offense has been sputtering. He's got the worst offense in the league. And with the injuries he's got, that's not going to change, unfortunately. And if you're playing against Paddy, his offense seems to go off pretty much every other week. So, good fucking luck, Kenny. You're going to need it, man.
Yeah,
let's hope the horse runs well, because I don't think your fantasy team's going to run well. Paddy, I think you get 2 wins, and Kenneth, I don't think you'll get anything, man. I think your defense is going to have a massive game, in my opinion.
Definitely by the look of that.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Boris Bowl. I don't know which version of Boris Bowl this is. This would be probably 3. Yeah, I wish I had a look at this now. This would have been an interesting one to know the existing record on.
Might be something to put up on chat later, Pete.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I just didn't get a lot of chance to do anything with Savi.
No, well, that's it. Well, we were only going to talking about it at lunchtime.
Yeah, I'd forgotten all about it. I didn't even know what day it was. So
I had a funny feeling today was Friday. I was thinking.
When I woke up this morning, I thought it was a freaking Saturday. See how good I was going. So,
righto. I know we want to lose some days, but geez,
I was that fucking sore last night. I slept like an absolute ass. So, yeah.
yeah, same here. I was sore all over for some reason.
All right.
What do we got?
I don't know, Matty's. I thought Matt's team might have turned around. I thought it looked like week one. It looked like it was actually.
A half decent team.
No, it looked like it was going to be a good team.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like it was going to be a good team last
What did you
year.
score? 400 something points.
Yeah, 420, 430 or something like that. But this, after last week, there's just that little bit of doubt, eh? I saw he's trying to move trying to move Derek Carr, probably trying to bolster the offense a little bit, I'd say. I'm not going to say he hasn't floated an offer my way, and at this point, I don't know. But yeah, Matty's going to need some guys to really step up and have big weeks. Because Jake's team's so hard to beat every week. I was shocked to beat him in the first week, and it was only because we both played like absolute shit. So,
Yeah, there's a few players on there that are actually fire.
Yeah.
And
I tell you, Keon White's been playing fucking enormous for New England.
oh, definitely. I've seen that.
He's got like 80 points or something so far this year. Yeah, close.
Yeah, 75.
Yep.
Not bad, eh?
That's a pretty huge start, man. I picked him up in a couple of leagues, but I think I picked him up in one of them before the season even started, actually. So I was lucky to have him on a taxi squad in one of the other leagues. So, but yeah, look, I just think Jakey's team's
Too much
better.
power.
Yeah, I just think it's a better team right now. If Matt can make a move to maybe, I think Josh Jacobs is a question mark this week too. Actually,
Yep.
yeah, he's got a queue,
Back issue.
limited. He did train, so yeah. No, look, I'm going Jakey. I think Jake gets 2 wins. Matt might be in a dogfight to possibly grab one of the top 5 wins. So yeah,
Yeah, definitely, Jake.
Yep.
Mate, Stroud's playing well. He's got some good receivers there that'll can put points up.
All right.
What we got?
Oh my God, the Clown Bowl.
Yep.
Probably is. Have these guys watched Joe Burrow play lately?
I don't know. It's got me stuffed out of someone who can pick these, though.
30 points they predict him to score. I don't know if he's got 30 points in 2 games. Oh, yes. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Sorry.
post last week.
Oh, he did, yeah. Sorry, Joe.
Bit of improvement, but
Maybe he should worry a bit more about the football field and a little less about his hair.
yeah, I seen him sitting on the sideline with his hair, and I went, whoa, jeez.
I don't know, man.
It's like, come on. Look like Pepe Le Pew out of the buddy.
Jared's got a pretty.
Looney
Jared's team's not bad at all, really. And so far, his very thin defensive end lineup has actually been scoring for him. I did see he picked up Will McDonald first in the waivers this week. Had a massive game last week. I think he scored about 50 points last week. And probably will gain some snaps with Jermaine Johnson tearing his Achilles last week. So he's done for the year.
The Achilles. Ooh, that's dreaded, isn't it?
Yep. According to Fantasy Sharks, I'm the favourite. They probably got the score right because that's probably about what I'll fucking score. 340 looks about right. I didn't look at this. Yeah, no, yeah. Jake was the
Well,
favourite.
what'd you go last week? That was bloody
No, 370 something.
370, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, you can talk about it if you want.
That's it, mate. There's a few good scores in there. That can happen. You know, I see you got Nick Cross in this week.
Yeah, that CJ, like I said, he's going to eat the pine for a while until he starts
See
actually doing something. So, and Kyle Hamilton's probably next in line. He's basically done sweet
Look
FO.
at both teams. You can predict a close game.
There you
I'd
go.
say.
Like I said,
Yep.
he's basically done sweet FO. I was a little worried with him this year because of Mike McDonald leaving and going to head coach Seattle. I think he really knew how to bring out the best of Kyle Hamilton and how to line him up. I did see he was up on the line of scrimmage a bit last week, and hopefully that continues. He's very explosive off the edge. That's where he can grab a sack or two here and there. So, yeah.
Well, that's it. What have we got? Yeah, I reckon I'll take you in a close one.
Yeah. Nice win, Jared.
Come on, I'm not that bad.
No, I'm just saying. Nice win, Jared.
Getting early, mate.
Yeah. I've got no confidence in my team at all, so they've been terrible. If you look at last week's scores, Jared wins easy, so. Yeah. Last game. The Philly Eagles. Robbie up against the Pros. Mr. Drano. Robbie's team can be explosive, man. Guys like bloody TJ Watt can have an absolute monster at any given time. I think Brian Branch has been scoring pretty well too. He had a pretty big week one. Yeah, that's what I thought. And week two, yeah. Derwin's been a little bit down, yeah. I think CJ Mosley probably will not play, from what I read. So, Joey, you probably want to make a move there rather than get another duck egg. Because I think, is that the game tomorrow?
Yeah,
it is?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I remember reading a comment from CJ Mosley himself that basically said he didn't think he'd be playing. So, definitely want to get him out of your starting lineup, mate, I reckon.
And what happened to Armin Ross and Brown?
I don't know, they're giving him duck eggs.
Yeah. Questionable would look? No?
No, just don't. He's not going to score this week.
Yeah, right.
He only got 11 catches for 119 yards last week on 19 targets, but he's not going to score a point this week against the Cardinals.
Yeah, fair enough.
What, the Cardinals find Deion Sanders somewhere, did they?
I'm dumbfounded.
Man.
Look at this, you dumbfounded.
I don't get it, man.
Like, at least give him 10 points or something.
We should have 20.
Well,
if Zay Flowers is getting 20 points, then so should Darman Ross St. Brown.
Oh, definitely.
So, Kyron Williams is definitely holding on to the job that people. Well, actually, when you look at that, the Rams have struggled a bit, eh? And I mean, they've lost Puka now. They've lost Cup. So Stafford's probably a bit of a scary play at this point. There's not a lot there to throw to after those two.
Well, that's it.
They've got a couple of maybes.
And I've got him. And I have no idea what he's doing, but I got no one to replace him with, so he's staying there for the time being.
Oh well, you got to play him. You got to play him.
I'd
rather be playing him than Will Levis.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Because that's one of mine. Anyway, I reckon. Is Ingram likely to play this week? It'd be funny if. See, he's questionable. Yeah, saying TBD. Who knows? So that might be another one he's got to look at. He might be dipping into the well a little bit here. So.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll tip Robbie, man.
Tipping Rob.
I think I'll give Robbie a bit of love every week, actually, hoping that he can get a good performance. So, I mean, I don't think Aiden Hutchinson's going to come out and give Joey 70 points this week. So,
no.
Yeah,
I'll go Joe.
Yep,
I'll
there you
Joe
go.
Be different.
Yep. What are their records coming into this? 1-3 and 2-2. I don't think Robbie's team's that bad, honestly.
No, definitely, it's not
But
bad.
like I said, the starters are really good. And we haven't hit the buys, and I don't think he's had too much injury unluckiness right now. So, while he's healthy and while the buys are away, he's a very competitive team up against anyone in the league, except for maybe Pat when Pat's team fires.
Paddy's team's exceptional.
You just want to play Pat's team when it's playing normal, not firing. So, any thoughts on who you think? It's early to say favourite. Best team right now?
The best team right now? I mean, it's hard to go past Paddy's, isn't it? But Jake's still there, so...
Yeah, I think Pat's team's playing as good as anyone's. Or better than anyone's.
Even Spiro's
And
team.
Spirit would have been my second pick right now.
Yep.
Worst teams?
Jared.
Mine.
Jared, yours, yeah.
Mine, clearly, in my opinion.
I mean, at the moment, we'll put it this way, if the playoffs were around next week and I'm in the top 6, that's all you can hope for, isn't it?
Yeah, anything can happen.
Team in the top 6.
Yep. Well, mate, I think that's enough for 1 week.
Yeah.
Good luck to everyone again this week. And once again, say it every week, I hope no one suffers any major injuries in places that you can't afford them. You got no control over it, though. So.
No, definitely not, mate. Sit there on a Monday morning and watch the game and, yeah, just hope someone doesn't get injured.
Yep.
Cheer like shit when they make the big play.
I do reiterate what I said last week. I've definitely enjoyed football more, not looking at fantasy football at all until the games are over.
Yeah, right, fair enough.
I don't find it enjoyable at all sitting there. Oh, come on, get a fucking tackle, get a sack, whatever. It's whatever, man. The scores will look after themselves.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, guys, good luck, eh?
All right, guys.
See you next week.
Next week.